Look, have you ever opened your bank account, saw something like $84.00, and suddenly every part of your life gets more expensive? Like, your car needs a repair right now, your credit card bill is somehow higher than last month, and then you get hit with a $35 before your paycheck landed. How is it that I have no money, but life is charging me more for having no money? If that feels painfully familiar, yeah, this video is literally about that exact problem. Let's fix this. Because today we're breaking down the hidden cost of being broke, 9 expenses the poor pay that the rich don't. Some of these are so shocking, you'll never look at money the same way again. My name is Sandra, and I spend way too much time thinking about how money actually works in real life, not the fantasy version experts talk about. If you're tired of feeling punished financially, hit subscribe and thumbs up if this helps. Here's the thing. Being broke is not just having less money. Being broke is a system of penalties. Penalties that get added to your life only because your balance is low. And the worst part? Most people don't even realize these penalties exist until they're trapped inside them. Let's break this down, step by step. First, we identify the key components. Then, we analyze them. Late fees and overdraft charges can sneak up on you. Let's look at these bills to see how to avoid them. Every time you're even a day late on a payment, banks and companies hit you with fees that can add up to hundreds of dollars each year. This is where it gets really interesting. The wealthy rarely pay these because they always keep a buffer in their accounts. High-interest payday loans may seem quick, but they can trap you in a cycle of debt. People borrow $500 and end up paying $700 in just a few weeks because the interest rates are insane. Here's what most people don't realize. This traps them in a cycle that's almost impossible to break. Expense number 3, ATM fees. These are charged when you use an ATM outside your bank's network. Every time you use an out-of-network ATM, you're paying extra fees, sometimes $3 to $5 per transaction. Over a year, these small ATM fees can add up to $100 or more without you realizing it. Bad credit means paying more for basics, like higher rates on loans. This chart shows why that's a problem. Poor credit can make everything cost more. Loans, car insurance, even your phone plan. Cheaper products can cost more in the long run. They are often short-lived. Choose quality instead. People on tight budgets often buy low-quality goods, which break faster and need to be replaced sooner. Bank accounts often have minimum balance requirements and fees. This statement shows a $500 minimum and a $10 fee. Any banks charge fees if your balance falls below a certain amount, even if you're only short by a few dollars. Let's look at transportation costs. These are expenses for getting around, like using a car or bus. People who can't afford a car often pay more on ride shares or public transport compared to owning a reliable vehicle. This is the time tax of being broke. It eats up hours for simple things. When you don't have money, you spend more time waiting, commuting, comparing prices, or dealing with problems that the wealthy simply avoid. And time is a cost most people never calculate. Expense emergency premiums. When something breaks, you can't shop around. You need it fixed immediately, which means you pay more. And here's the frustrating part. Rich people avoid all of these costs simply because they have money, not because they're smarter, better, or work harder. They avoid them because money removes penalties. So if you feel like you're paying more for everything, you're not imagining it. The system genuinely charges you more for being broke. But here's the good news. The moment you start building even a tiny financial buffer, these penalties begin to disappear. A $50 cushion can stop overdraft fees. A $100 cushion can stop late payment panic. A $500 cushion can break the payday loan cycle forever. The trick is understanding that your first small savings don't make you rich, they make you stop getting poorer. Here's what most people don't realize. Wealth grows fastest when the penalties disappear. It's not the big investments at the start, it's stopping the small drains. So let's talk about the first steps you can take today to stop paying the broke tax. Step 1. Build a tiny emergency buffer, even $20 to start. Switch to a bank with no minimums or maintenance fees. Automate one tiny transfer per week. Just tap here. It's that simple. Even $5 a week breaks the cycle over time. See the difference? This sturdy one lasts while the cheap one breaks easily. Always choose durability. Step 5. Track your penalty costs for 1 month. You'll be shocked how many drains you never noticed. Hi everyone, I'm so excited to share this with you today. Let's get started and see what we can do. And one day, you realize something life-changing. You're no longer paying for being broke. From now on, you're in control. And once that happens, everything starts to feel lighter. Bills stop feeling like emergencies. See, this bill looks calm, not threatening. Unexpected expenses stop destroying your month. And money finally becomes something you control, not something that controls you. So if you're stuck in the broke tax cycle right now, don't blame yourself. Blame the system that punishes people for having nothing. Your only job is to slowly build the buffer that shields you from these penalties. Even a tiny amount makes a massive difference over time. And once the penalties stop, your wealth can finally start. My name is Sandra, and if this helped you, hit the like button and subscribe for more.